running out of the secret entrance of the underground tavern, Season, you see Flint haggling for some handkerchiefs. Flynn is one of the people present during the assassination. He was there when the fight broke out. And he is, as of now, having an intense conversation with one of the merchants.
Now, I'm uncertain. The only, I suppose, lead we got from the underground sewer bar was that it was under the protection of Lars, but just a little uncertain of where to go next. But I will. Season would absolutely saddle up next to, what was the name?
Flynn.
Flynn, and be like, all right, I recognize you. Get this. That guy that almost died from that assassination attempt, he, there's being hired, well, there's an assassin's guild, and they're being hired by the smugglers, and there's a hit out on the master of the temple, and me and Taminal went down into, a sewer where there was a bar, and it was wild, and then a fight broke out.
A bar in a sewer?
I know, horrible place for a bar. Oh my goodness, it was so gross. Several people got thrown into it, like, gross sewage water. It was horrible. I hated it. And
I've been in some pretty nasty waters myself, but never anything that bad.
oh god, you should have seen it. It was horrible. Actually, I can show it, but or not the best time. There was a fight broke out, and then people were thrown into the sewage water, and it was like gross. And then me and Taminal went into a little storage area full of luxury goods. There was also a secret entrance, and we got some. I got this wonderful bottle of wine, and I showed it off to them. And we learned that it's under the protection of Lars, which I believe is a smuggler, perhaps, but uncertain. But this is all very exciting, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I think so.
Wonderful. Now my only problem is that I have no idea what to do next.
Well, this merchant's prices are way too high, and he won't settle, so I'm afraid I'll have to take my business elsewhere. Where, I don't know.
I only offer the highest prices for the highest of quality. What would you expect? Farmer's market? These are very rare items. Go on then. Off with you.
And then turns to other customers.
Brilliant. Let's see. I suppose. I guess I'll just ask. Have you ever heard of the name Lars?
I have not.
Well, I'm far too invested in this now. I must see this to the end. And honestly, Season with the streetwise of a toddler might just straight up go asking around just people on the street if they know Lars. And be like, hey, do you know about this guy? Sounds pretty interesting. Pretty interesting character. But honestly, I'm intrigued. I might have some work for him.
Lynn grabs him by the arm. This is a dangerous man, yes?
Well,
Did you think you should be a little more hush-hush about this?
you make a good point. How should I be hush-hush? Should I speak very quietly when I talk about him?
I wouldn't go ask everyone you see. No.
Okay, then who should we ask?
Might be worthwhile to look for more trustworthy characters, or maybe someone that looks kind of shifty.
Those are two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Well, yes, but trustworthy people, we know they might not be as quick to go against us. And people that are looking shifty might actually have information. So.
Well, the only trustworthy person I know, well, honestly, everyone is pretty trustworthy in this town. But distinctly someone who's acting within our best interests as we are, I am currently on a mission from him, I suppose, or, well, a decent favor, would be the master of the temple. Perhaps he might have some information about Lars. But in terms of shady contacts, in that matter, I am much less endowed.
You both of you
Well,
could
like I
make
said-
an insight check or a straight
Sure.
charisma check.
Great. Let's see. I'm pretty certain he's dumb and bad at insight, so let's
Damn.
see here. Oh no,
That is a 12.
he's actually got pretty good at insight. Let's see here. 1d20 plus 5. Okay, well he rolled a 3, so that's an 8.
Hmm. Mm,
Well, I would be keen to believe that someone that's trustworthy might not know as much, but someone that seems shifty would know more, but there's more of a chance of, getting hurt in asking them.
Well, you seem battle capable. I'm sure if I stand next to you, then no harm shall come my way. Our way.
that's speculation. So, you find a sifty character, a shady individual who lurks around the parts of the city where smugglers, crooks, and all kinds of fringe types hang around. Mainly the rooftops, because the guard of the city just doesn't go up to the rooftops, so that's where they do their business. Even having gone back to the temple for more info, there wasn't many to give. The arts monk gave you whatever pieces of information he had, mainly some names, locations, some of the other monasteries that might be in this that might be included in this whole operation in one way or another. That wasn't enough, though, to get you anywhere. So you see this shady character messing around a peculiarly placed pot on the rooftops. Season, please behave, Season.
Oh, I must free my shackles.
And to your eyes, Flynn, this person is obviously picking items from a dead drop.
Ah.
being a rogue yourself. I don't know how good you are at climbing, but it was kind of a climb. The fuck?
Season is panting.
Lynn's got some sweat on his brow, but otherwise he's trying to keep himself composed.
Okay. This person will roll for perception to see if they haven't realized they're being watched. They haven't detected you.
I don't know how to go about this, honestly, as a player, because I don't want to scare him. And then...
There is so many people on the rooftops.
Yeah. Season, like, is kind of taking off the reins. He's like, "Yeah, you got this. You seem roguish. You seem to know what's up." Allow you to make the first move.
Flynn steps up behind him, and just puts a hand on his shoulder. What kind of goods are you getting yourself into? Some skooma, some fine powders, maybe?
The person
So over.
gets very spooked. He gasps. You see an Imperial. He's a man. He gasps. And for a moment, he also, by pure reflex, grabs a knife in his belt. By looking at your
Seeing the
your
movement,
rapier, he holds,
Flynn puts his hand on his flintlock holster and just unclips the clasp.
Season, like, one hand onto the edge of the building. Okay. Wow, this has gotten tense very quickly. Looking up at the situation.
The guy starts to explain himself. I didn't take anything extra. I only took what was promised. Honest. And he shows you he's got 2 bottles of skooma and a small pouch of coins.
Flynn, his eyes widen a little bit. Sir, I mean no harm. I'm not. I'm not one of those guards. I simply just think we could make an arrangement here. I am looking for some information on a certain someone.
The guy looks around a bit. He's thinking something. Information, you say? He looks back at the pot. There is obviously more items in there. And perhaps we can make an arrangement. And by the look on his face, you know he wants you to follow him, and he starts climbing down, going rooftop to rooftop on a different building.
Season looks absolutely dismayed at the prospect of climbing more rooftops.
Lynn, as the guy's stepping away, when he's just out of earshot, he whispers to Season, "What was the guy's name? I'm bad with names."
Are you talking about the man who's protected the bar and is connected with the smugglers, or?
Yeah, the guy we're looking
That's
for.
Lars.
Lars. I'm bad at names.
No,
That is not one of my
good.
strong suits.
It's quite all right. I forget tons of names. It's honestly, there's too many names in this city. It's ridiculous. People should have like 4 names to choose from, and that's it.
He chuckles and then begins following the other guy.
Starts desperately climbing. Just.
Wood season
Flynn
had.
looks back. You need
yeah.
any help there?
Oh God, yes, please. It's so embarrassing, but yes, I do absolutely need help.
Okay, season make an acrobatics check, and Flynn, you can give your acrobatics or your strength modifier on his roll as well.
Ah.
All right, Big 10.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my acrobatics because I am very much weak boy. But put +5 on that.
Okay, so it's 15.
Nice.
Flynn points out some points on the wall you can use to hoist yourself up more easily. And so you successfully climb up. I don't know if your characters would have seen a hookah before. This one uses skooma instead of water. It is supposed to enhance the flavor. And the prospect is just up on the adjacent roof.
Oh.
They are kneeling, and there are some people around. They don't seem to pay any attention to what's happening to you. They don't even seem to have noticed you by any means. The prospect urges you to lower your profile as well.
Season just sort of like sits down, crisscross applesauce.
Flynn crouches, his offhand on the ground and his dominant hand on his hip, next to the holster, but not like on it. He's just like
Okay.
ready, because he knows. He probably wouldn't trust. If he had a clone, he wouldn't trust his own self.
Okay.
He's very much like wary of people.
Mm-hmm. The mysterious man extends his hand towards you with an open palm, expecting payment first for whatever information he may give you.
I'll cover this one. And he, Season, gives the handshake over, handing over. Can I try to make an insight check to see how much he expects me to give, or?
Yes.
Great. I do get pretty high to this, so alright, 17.
Mm-hmm. Anything above 20 would get you useful information.
Anything above 20, okay. Yeah. I can afford that. Season hands over 25 septims.
Mm-hmm. The prospect rejoices. He weighs the coins in his hand with a smile on his face. So, what would you be so interested in knowing exactly? There are many, many, many shadows in this city.
I was hoping on... Oh,
we
please,
have
you
been
first.
told that he goes by the name of Lars. He runs a bar down below.
Oh, yeah, that.
He's obviously not happy to be included with anything that has to do with the name Lars.
Oh, well.
He's the biggest smuggler in the city. For every pocket I have, he has a ship. I could talk about him all day, honestly. Anything specific? And he looks around nervously.
We're wondering where we might be able to contact him if the need would arise.
Oh, you know, he's a busy man. If he wanted to talk to you, you would know. You don't find Lars, Lars finds you. You know what I mean?
You'd be lucky if one of his lackeys even looks at you. Spends a minute of their time, I don't know, to steal your money.
That has happened a couple times. Let's see.
Damn, Khajiit.
It's very true. He's not the most. Season is not super perceptive. Big operation. No perceivable contacts. Let's see. How far do you think his operations go? Like, just within the city or further out beyond? Do you think he's in the city?
He still looks around just to make sure.
Oh, you know, Lars, he prefers being a large fish in a small pond. That's why his ships have small sails, if you know what I mean. He sends them out
Just far enough to reach deep waters. He makes his deals there. He does his dealings with all the merchants, mercenaries, and whatever other people he deals with there, and then comes back. He loves the safety this city offers him. All the smugglers in the city, all the drug dealers in the city, and all the crooks in the city are happy to work with Lars. He's invincible while he's here. No reason to deal with Red Guard pirates, honor-loving Britons, or any Nords riding the waves to ride a saga for their death, you know. Useless risk.
I see.
Man, this tablet is lagging today.
Quirky.
So,
Is Lars... Does he wield magic at all, or does he have close contacts with magic or certain companions?
well, I would assume he doesn't even lift a finger. If you are keen on ending your life in combat, then I wouldn't think Lars would be the problem.
Good
It
point.
would be the people around him, you know?
I was just wondering if he might have certain mind control abilities or the like. You know.
Well, whenever I have let him down, I received a good kicking.
Yes.
Yeah. Gabu the Stone Fist, they call him. He's one of his enforcers.
I'm sorry. Gabu, the Stone Fist?
The Stone Boot.
Stone
sorry.
Boot.
Yeah.
Gabu. That's pretty. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely intimidated by that name. Gabu the Stone Boot. Okay, what does he look like?
6'3" red guard with a curved sword. Can you believe that? Curved sword?
Curved like a scimitar or curved like a katana?
Like a scimitar.
I've, in my experience, curved swords are more used for slashing than stabbing.
I don't know, I've only been kicked by the guy.
Pretty good.
So is the sword just for show?
He looks around nervously again. Chuckles. Yeah, he does show it off. But I haven't seen him cut anyone up. It hasn't come to that in front of my eyes, anyway.
Indeed. And where did you... So do you work with Lars?
If I work for Lars, what do you think? Of course I do.
I'm just
Was
checking.
that his stash you were taking from?
Yeah. I've brought today so many coins. It's a good day for business today, if I tell you. And I take my cut and I go home. 2 bottles of skooma and 13 septims.
Well, 25 more than that.
Oh, well, that's undocumented business. I don't know what you're talking about.
You make such a great business partner. It's incredible. So incredible that I'll forget your face the moment I lay my eyes off of you. Alright,
We're professionals. What do you think?
yes, of course! We're professionals. Lars. I am truly... I don't know
Lynn
what
doesn't
else
really
to
make
ask.
any remark, but he raises his eyebrow at
Season.
him.
Yeah.
That season, yeah.
Would you recognize the name Majram?
Let me see. Have I written it in the notes?
Doubtful, but I'm just buckshot round now, casting a wide net. See if anything lands.
I don't remember that name.
Majram was the person who was hired by the
Oh, okay,
person
okay.
one of the assassins that tried to kill the master
He's gonna
of
roll
the
a
temple.
history check.
Oh, of course I do. We've been cutting pockets as children with that guy. Then he went the other route, you know, cutting more things up than just pockets. Not my preferred business. I take what people forget about and I move on with my day.
Checks out. Oh god. I have this in my notes, and I'm not certain why. Do you recognize the name Caprice?
Flynn's just sitting there letting this conversation happen because he's like, I don't remember any of these names whatsoever.
This is the last name in my notes. This is the last hope for a lead.
Any more information regarding Caprice?
Caprice. Do you recognize Caprice? The name? I would ask him.
He doesn't really recognize it. No.
Yeah. Yep. I truly... Gaboo the Stone Boot. Is he like bodyguard of Lars, or is he one of the just ruffians for a location of his?
He loves his job. He does all this and even more. Roughing up ruffians, going around with Lars wherever it may be, you know. He may even pop up randomly at the tavern brawl, for God's sake.
Based off of his description, would I have recognized anyone of the description from the underground brawl?
Roll a history check.
Oh God. So, history. I have a +2 to that. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, it was the guy who threw the other guy in the cesspit.
There we go. Okay, well, that's a lead. We know where he might be, and we know he's violent. And, alright, I'll take it. That's something. She would... Okay, yeah. Season would look... I forget the name again.
Flynn.
Flynn, thank you. Season would look to Flynn, be like, well, I'm out of questions. Do you have anything?
For what reason would Lars have wanted the Magister dead?
For money, of course. He was paid to find someone to kill him. No, Lars is a very good
who
guy.
paid him?
He doesn't want anybody dead. Do I look like Lars' accountant, do you? I have tattooed numbers on my fingers so that I can count them.
I believe the reason why Lars wants the Master of the Temple dead is because the Master of the Temple has been specifically tasked with dispatching the smugglers, I believe.
That would be a good reason.
Indeed.
Still laughing at the accountant thing.
Yes. Well, this... do you know anything about the meeting of the temples? The meeting of the various temples, that thing? Do you know of it?
His reaction to the question betrays that he does, though he says that he doesn't.
I'm gonna have to pay him more money, aren't I?
Can Flynn roll an intimidation check?
Depending on what you wanna do to him, what you wanna tell him, or do you wanna just roll for it and go on?
Flynn Flynn says, do I need to remind you of my power here? He takes the hand that was helping balance him on the ground and pulls his jacket back to reveal the second flintlock.
Mm-hmm.
And the one on his hip is very much visible.
He takes a good look around. He lowers his voice even more. Hey, come on. No need to go anywhere. That is not absolutely necessary. We're civilized people here. We are professionals, remember?
I wouldn't want to make so much noise. It would only be trouble for all of us.
Okay, roll for intimidation with advantage.
With advantage.
Ooh, watch out.
That is 17.
Okay. I might have been assigned to deliver something there once. And he swallows his saliva. You can hear it going down his throat. And he is very visibly nervous about revealing any other information.
Okay, and what were you tasked to deliver there?
Oh, come on, man, don't do this to me.
Okay, well, let's just start with what I believe. Does the season know where this meeting is, or just know of it? Because I believe
You have a general location, but you don't know the specifics like entrance, what the place looks exactly like, and stuff like that.
great, yeah. Let's just start with an easy question. Where is it?
Oh, it's up the hill, in the caves.
Interesting. Pray tell, why are you so, reluctant to give information about this temple meeting when you were so loose-lipped about Lars?
Oh well, you see, you could have gotten the information about Lars from anyone around here. Why would I miss the Septims, you know? But if somebody finds out I ratted about the other thing, you know, then they're gonna come after me, man.
Well, there's a reason we don't exchange names in this business. Is there a certain landmark we should look for like which cave to go in?
The smell. It was
The smell?
a very strong smell of incense there. You know it when you find it. Can't miss it.
I see. Do you know how we might enter such a place?
I just walked in. I don't know.
Okay. So no special verification or someone guarding the door?
No passcode.
The passcode is not being punched in the face by a monk.
Right. Fantastic. Okay. Well. This has been very productive. Time to deliver this something. Smell. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. He would look to Flynn, see if he's got any questions left, but I mean, right now, Season's pretty satisfied with what he's got.
Mm-hmm.
Flynn looks back to him and says, "Should we take him with us, or do we think we should go alone? What if he's lying?"
He's just a random. No, he's a gentleman. He's a professional. I think we've done good business with him. I'm gonna look him in the eyes. Can I see if he's fucking like absolutely screwing us over or being genuine?
By how afraid he is of the repercussions of his actions, giving you all this information, he is. It seems like he's been telling the truth, and there is something really causing him to nearly shit his pants, and it's not you.
Good doing business with you. And then Season would sort of like look over the rooftops. Can he see if anyone's looking at them or listening to our conversation?
Taking a quick look around, you don't see anyone.
Fantastic. Let's get out of here and to a certain meeting, wouldn't you say? Fantastic doing business with you. Wow, I'm getting the distinct impression it's going to be much harder to get down than it was to get up.
Lynn looks in his bag and pulls out a rope.
The guy looks at you, smiles. Oh, you know, the way down is the fastest. And then drops down on a haystack, walks unharmed.
Assassin's Creed style.
No thanks, Season would declare. No thanks. And then, yeah, I guess Season and Flynn would probably start making their way up the hill and into a cave following the smell of incense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Both of
This
you
leads us.
roll a survival check.
Oh, God. I'm pretty sure he's terrible at that. He's not... Okay! How's a 22?
Ooh. That would be successful.
I would hope so.
I have a 19.
Okay.
Season, like a proper hunting hound, detects the smell. It is a place between a few monasteries. It's on the lower side, on the foot of the hills. And it takes a bit of looking around and observing to realize that between those two rocks, there is a passage. There is an entrance. And looking inside the entrance, you can definitely see that it is a cave with an opening on top. You can see trees coming as if they are coming out of the rocks.
Please.
And
Huh.
I'm taking you to the cave.
No.
That's what the cave looks like from the inside.
Oh boy. Okay.
I wasn't expecting trees.
Yes. Well. What I recognize, like, so there's sunlight coming
Yes.
in through.
Yeah, from the rooftop, from the
I
ceiling.
see. But there is a ceiling.
Yeah, it's on the edges.
Right. Okay.
Maybe I should put some rocks around.
Man, this is spooky, but we shall endeavor to move forward. And Susan just starts looking for people.
Make a perception check.
Fantastic. Let's see here. Perception. Not great, but not bad. Okay, well, that's a 6, so bad. Big
Mhm.
6.
Flynn is kind of wary. He's like hiding behind trees and stuff like that, keeping his distance because he's like, this guy doesn't look intimidating. Like if they see him, you know, they're not gonna immediately assume, oh, death. He's like relying on them seeing, instead of thinking, ooh, big man, scary, he's relying that they'll be like, ooh, puppy.
Yes. It takes a little bit for Season to not blow your cover. Like, it takes him a little bit to notice that you're actually trying to sneak. And so it's like, oh, yes, we're doing a bit. This is a thing now. Okay, yes. Yes. You're like
Flynn shakes
like a
his head
bodyguard.
and he's just like, he puts his finger to his lips. Shh.
Oh, my bad. Totally, it's yeah, we're cool. Starts moving forward, obviously.
There are no indications that there are people here right now. The smell of
Can
incense
Flynn
is
make
really
a perception?
strong. I would require an investigation check now.
Okay.
Investigation? Yeah. Would it surprise you that Season is very bad at investigation?
Well, good thing Flynn is proficient, because I have a 15.
Okay. There are objects betraying that there were people here at some point. Rags, pillows, mugs, teapots, bottles, plates. It looks like a picnic was held here.
Or a picnic is being held here. Dun dun dun. Do the bottles look filled or empty?
Most of them are empty or halfway through. There are remnants of food around. Someone definitely had a good snack.
No.
Snack.
9.
9.
Is this like simple
And-
foods or luxury good type beef?
They are kind of luxurious in the sense that they have been cooked in very intricate manners. It's not just food you throw over the fire and eat it. It's more like professionally cooked or cooked by someone with a lot of experience. There are some worship items as well. A big statue depicting a Khajiit deity. And the item giving away even more specific information is, or more like, are training dummies. Don't think I have anything of the sort here. Oh, I have. Yeah. These are training dummies.
Training dummies that don't want to listen to what you want them to do.
Yeah, they are not being trained very well.
Very distinctly dummies in training.
Yeah. Shit. There are scratch marks, marks of consistent, powerful pummeling.
Okay, well,
Yeah, these dummies have been used a lot, or by a lot of people.
yeah. This would be really specific and not in Season's sort of list of things that he's good at. But would Season be able to look at the ground and notice like any foot traffic and be able to tell how recent a meeting here might have been?
Judging by the condition of the food remains and the consumables laying around here, you can tell that all this stuff was probably left here like yesterday.
Yesterday. Checks out.
Did we miss the meeting?
Well, invited, so technically no, but also maybe it's like might be a weekly thing, could be a monthly thing. It's
Every week at 9 CST.
yes, catch it now. Skyrim D&D. Well, I'm tempted.
Man, it's dark.
Yes. I'm tempted to wait it out, see if anyone comes by. But it could be a full month until that happens, so dubious. Well, we do know that we know where it is now. And we do seen it. There also seem very comfortable in leaving so many possessions in one place. It must be the type of thing where either not that many people know about it, or people that do, like that smuggler, are much too intimidated to come and visit, I suppose, and maybe take something. But these don't look like luxury goods or nothing, so I doubt anyone would in the first place. It is.
Flynn begins to look around, like kind of patrolling, because he's looking to see if there's a way to go deeper into the cave, somewhere that maybe a door, stuff like
Okay.
that, hidden passageway.
Roll perception or investigation.
Can Season give her the help action on that?
Ooh, that is a nat 1.
Yeah, you try to help. You go near Flynn, who is looking around, trying to help him. And Flynn is trying to climb up one of the rocks to see better and find clues. And the moment you open your mouth, just before you say a word, the silence breaks by Flynn exclaiming, "Ah!" and boom, falling down flat on his ass.
Just say, those rocks look very slippery.
Not one of my finest moments, he says from the ground. He's kind of like the wind got knocked out of him, so it takes a second before he speaks.
I can see that. Could Season make his own investigation check for looking for around for possible
Yeah.
entrances? Or
Either an investigation or perception.
right, I'll make it be a perception, because he's better at those. That's a big 12.
Okay. Where Flynn was trying to climb, because it was one of the easiest part to start climbing up, you can see that indeed if somebody hadn't fallen off, they would find a rope which leads on the opening of the cave on the ceiling and out of there, like a quick escape. And also you can hear someone coming, like approaching, not
From
from the entrance.
Yes.
yeah, I realized I can't ask that question because Flynn didn't. He's probably still laying on the ground or like just getting up to follow.
Season would relay the information of the quick escape rope. And honestly,